What is going on, guys? This is the Oracle and we are back on MTGO for a Scars of Mirrodin flashback draft. Pretty decent pack here. Grasp I think is gonna be my pick. It is just the best card of the pack. The uncommons are pretty weak. This is bad. This is actually not bad, but just worse than Grasp I think. And that thing is bad, and the land might be worth a bit of money, but you know, it's not something you should first pick. Turn to Slag is a pretty decent card, but yeah, I think Grasp is just by far the best card, so I don't see any reason not to pick that. Puts us into black, which might mean that we will be playing Infect, but that's completely fine. Infect is very good in triple Scars of Mirrodin. It's slightly different with the second set of the block, which I cannot remember their name right now, but it changes things a little bit. But yeah, black green Infect, one of the tier 1 deck in this set. Galvanic Blast is good. Perilous Mirror is fine too, but probably just worse than the Blast. Disperse is playable, not great. The Vampires are not amazing. This dude is fine. Let's just stay in black. Well, when you are playing Infect, you don't really want any creature that doesn't have Infect, but this one is actually good because it pumps up Infect creature and lets you deal a bunch of damage. That Mirror Galvanizer is pretty solid if I remember correctly, and I remember that thing being really good. It would be kind of weird to go black-green without playing Infect, but that card is very strong. Yeah, it's between this and the Blast, I think, but that's a strong pack overall. I'm not sure. I think I'll go with the Brigade. Remember that thing being good. Ooh, Darksteel Axe is insane if I remember correctly. It's indestructible. Yeah, it's cheap, it's just great. If you are playing Infect, it's amazing. If you are not, it's still very good. Yeah, that thing is great. All the mirror are good. Uncolor mirror are good. Tumble Magnet it looks kind of bad, but it's actually quite good, at least in the right deck. Revoke Existence is a good main deckable card. You want a main deck, destroy artifact effects in this set because everyone is playing a lot of artifact. Maybe the Infect deck will not play that many artifacts, but even Infect tends to play a few artifacts. So either way, the axe is just amazing. I think it's one of the best uncommon in the set. I don't know. I really remember that thing being great. Ooh, Ecorats is a good Infect creature. 2/1 for 3 Infect, and you poison your opponent for 1. I guess you too, but it doesn't really matter. One of the best cards here, it's an uncommon, quite solid. Shatter, again, you are happy to main deck this kind of effect, but I think given what we have, the rats are looking better. Nice. I like that start. The issue is, as I mentioned, the Brigade might not be great in Infect. Still a pretty big body, but an easy way to have a bad deck in this set is to pick half Infect creature, half normal creatures, and yeah, that's just bad. I guess Tainted Strike does help that because it gives Infect, so you can randomly, just one-shot them with a Brigade or something. That being said, I'm gonna pick Corpse Cure, which is very good. It's basically the Grave Digger for Infect. It's an artifact which is kinda... it's good because you can play it with any mana you want, but the artifact typing makes it a bit weaker because it dies to Shatter and stuff like that. That being said, it's a very good card. They get really annoying in multiples because if you can chain them together, get one with one, then the first dies, you get it back, and so on and so forth. Since they have Infect, if your opponent is attacking, their creature will just get smaller and smaller. Pretty good pickup for us. That pack, on the other hand, doesn't have a whole lot. I guess we could pick Steady Progress. I mean, the Infect deck is mostly black-green, but you could go black-blue with Proliferate. It's a possibility. That thing is not too bad because you can use it to draw cards, so it's not gonna be completely dead if you are Infect and just trying to poison them. That thing is quite good. Yeah, it's decent in white metalcraft. Yeah, I think it's between the replica and the progress. I think replica is just better though, and we are sure that we are black and there are not many reasons to go blue. And again, this doesn't have Infect, but still decent. And still Infection is a fine card. Especially since you might have some um, proliferate effects in your Infect deck, which makes that card slightly better. Nihil Spellbomb is playable in any deck, just because it cycles itself, it can give you Metalcraft, it's fine, but Infection looks slightly better here. We saw two pretty good Infect creature, but absolutely no green Infect creatures, so I'm not sure if Infect is actually open. We might get a lot of Infect pack too, because we passed absolutely no Infect cards. I guess we'll see. There's really nothing I want to play here. I guess I'm gonna pick Twisted Image. I could be blue. That might be wrong, I mean... Yeah, I guess all the other cards were not looking good at all. I guess I'll pick that if I really need playables, but hopefully I will not have to play that. We are kinda light on playables right now, but the power level is pretty good. Very good removal, very good equipment. Two nice Infect creatures. That thing is fine, I mean... If necessary, you can just play it and trade it for some random creatures that are attacking you, and you know, if it doesn't have any use because you are Infect and you don't want to be down and there's nothing to block or trade with, you can just draw your cards. You can also, you know, block and draw before damage, so the lose to life is less problematic because it will have saved you a bit of life. Thing is not great, but playable, I guess. This dude is decent if you have the card I showed you before, that +1/+0 Infect. This has Trample, you can, you know, just kill your opponent sometimes. It's not great though. But it doesn't look like Infect is very open. We got very few playables for that deck. We have some decent cards in the side that can fit a green-black deck, but again, I don't really want to be... I mean, an easy way to lose and to have a poor deck is to be, you know, half Infect, half normal damage, and you end up never really killing your opponent. And if they have some removal, they can choose the creatures they want to kill to make sure you know, if you are gonna kill them with Infect, they kill your Infect creature. If you are gonna kill them with damage, they kill your normal creatures. Cerebral Eruption, I remember, is quite decent. Yeah, it's not great, but I don't know. It looks pretty bad, but I remember that card being fine. Either way, Skin Render is probably the best uncommon in the entire set. Very good, obviously. We will just pick that. Blackcleave Goblin is one of the worst Infect creature, so we are not missing much. Silvak Replica is pretty good because you can destroy artifacts. Mirrorsmith is a good card too. But yeah, Skin Render is, you know, just the best card, and it's in our colors, so fairly easy pick. Necropede is good. 1/1 Infect for 2, and when it dies you may put a counter. Pretty annoying to play against. It will trade with a lot of things. It's annoying. If they have some mirror, it's annoying for them too. It's just a good card. Oxida Scrap Melter, a very good card. Probably the second best uncommon after Skin Render. It's kind of the same effect because everyone is playing Artifact pretty much. So it's like a Flamton Kavu. Very solid. Shatter, pretty good too, but worse than that. But Necropede is good. I don't think that thing is good. It's not awful, but it's kind of slow. The set is not super fast, but it's not a set in which you can, you know, easily play 7 drops. It's possible, but it's not something you should try to do. I remember that thing being pretty decent. Yeah, well, the body is cool, and then the ability is quite relevant. There are enough equipment in the set that this thing is decent. Mirrorsmith and Arrest are amazing, but we are not really in this color. I guess we could go white in theory. We don't have to be black green, but then yeah, I don't think we'll be able to build a really good Infect deck, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like it's open enough. We are not getting some really key cards and good Infect creatures, so maybe I should just go into white, but yeah, white with some Infect creatures, not looking good either. I think we'll pick the Spider. Tel'Shilot Fallen is fine. Not the best Infect creature, but fine. Actually, there's an Ichor Clawmere, which is good. Very annoying to block. And basically, all the Infect creature have twice as much power because they kill twice faster. And putting counter when they deal damage to creature is also quite good. So even if the body is not looking great, that thing is solid. Again, it's an artifact which is slightly annoying because of the fact that everyone is playing Artifact 8 main deck, but still fine. Tringan of Infestation is quite good too. You get to put some insect with Infect on the battlefield. I think the mirror is better though. Untamed Mind is good in the Infect deck because of the +6/+6 that can just kill opponents. Oh, another mirror. Good. Maybe we can play Infect actually. I remember that thing being decent. Yeah, it basically deals with an artifact. It helps you having Metalcraft. It's fine. It's not great. But the mirror is one of the best cards here. Fits the deck fairly well, so that's nice. Well, Contagious Neem is not one of the best Infect card, but it's decent. It's very playable. Carrion Call, I'm not sure. I mean, I know it's quite good. Is it better than Contagious Neem? I just cannot tell right now. It's kind of hard to tell. Both cards are fine. The life staff is pretty good in Infect. I mean, you'd rather have an axe, but that thing is actually pretty decent in Infect. Anything that pumps your creature is good. But between these two, I don't really know. It's close. I think it's Carrion Call, but I might be wrong. I'll go with the call. Okay, Tel'Shilot Fallen is fine. It's not great, but it's completely playable. Ooh, Untamed Might, great. Fume Splitter is also decent, but yeah, Untamed Might is just great for Infect. I guess we'll pick that in case we really need a creature, but hopefully we'll not have to play that. It's not great, and when you are playing Infect, it's even worse. That thing is, it's just a cantrip, so you can play it, and we might be short on playables, so that could be good, I guess. Alright, good. We got a decent amount of creatures. I'm slightly worried about the curve. A lot of 4, a decent amount of 2s, but not many 3s, which could be annoying. I don't really want to play the Reaver or that. Brigade is good, but it's not looking... Well, I guess I do have a few artifacts. But again, you don't really want to mix between Infect creatures and non-Infect creature unless you really have to, because it makes your deck weaker, basically. We do have a decent amount of Infect creatures though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's hard to get more. I don't know. As far as I can remember, it's not that easy to get more than 10-ish Infect creatures. You always have to play a few non-Infect creatures. You just don't want to have a split like, I don't know, 7-7. That'd be pretty bad. Hopefully we can have maybe end up with around 10 Infect creatures and a few utility creatures like the Spider, Skinrender, or the Replica. That'd be fine, but yeah, if we don't get a lot of Infect next pack, which could be the case, and we only... Well, 7 is starting to be decent, so we don't need many more Infect creatures to be fine. Ooh, Hands of Praetor. Sign me in. So this is the Lord of Infect, basically. Very, very good. It's a 4-drop, which is not what I like the most, but it's exactly what I want, so I'm not gonna complain. If it was pick 1, pack 1, it would be the pick. Infect is just, it's not just a random strategy, it's a tier 1 archetype in this set, and that card is very good in this archetype, obviously. And everything else is quite bad. Chromesteed is decent if you are playing Metalcraft. Coppermere is also decent, but yeah, pretty easy hand of Praetors, whether it be first pick or, you know, third pick when you already are playing Infect. That thing is pretty bad. It gives Infect, but not really what we want to be doing. I guess that thing is actually playable. I remember that thing being pretty bad, but it's an Infect creature. Maybe we should just pick the Perilous Mirror, which is fine. It's more of a blocker, but it's decent. It's annoying to play against. We are not playing red for Shatter. I don't know, it's close. I think I remember that thing being pretty bad. But maybe we need it. I don't know. Perilous Mirror is a fine card. It's also pretty good against us. Maybe, I don't know. That might be Wheeling too. Yeah, I think we'll pick the Mirror. Ooh. Cis Bearer is the best Infect creature. At least as far as common goes. Like, the body is so good with that ability, it's just amazing. Great card. Very nice pickup for us. Yeah. And we are lacking 3 drops, so it's just, you know, it's perfect basically. We are getting there. I was kind of worried in the end of pack 1 because we did not saw a lot of Infect creatures, but now it looks like we might be doing it. That card is so sweet. 2/4 fly for 4, and when it dies you draw a card. I love it. But we are not really playing that. There's another Asp, which I still think is quite bad, but works kind of well with the Axe. We might want to play that. Nihil Spellbomb is also something I could see myself playing, I guess. I don't really love that, though. Yeah, we'll pick the Asp. Ooh, Slice in Twain is amazing. I did not expect to see that going so late. Yet, you know, basically it's a removal that draws you a card. It's just great. Amazing. Alright, well, it's not great for the curve because of the amount of 4-drop we have, but... Oh well. Ooh, Blight... what? Well, I thought we were getting cut or something, but no. Blight Mamba is amazing too. I think we want a second hand though. That's amazing. Jeez. That's great. Alright. And another corpse curve. Amazing. I mean, my curve is awful. I really don't like having, you know, all those 4-drops stacked there, but deck is looking super powerful. I love that. I really love that. I don't think we want Instill Infection, unless we have to play that. It's kinda clunky, we have too many 4s. The Fallen, I could see cutting that. Ooh, a Neem. Well, I think, you know, Carrion Call again might be better, but looking at the curve, we need that more than the Call. Alright, so Infect was really open. And maybe just, there was just not many Infect creatures open pack 1, that's what happened, probably. I was wondering if we would play the Brigade. Now that we have so many 4-drop, it's sure that we will not play that. But, you know, I could have had to play that, I guess. Okay, Disperse is decent against us. Like, if we want to Anti-Might and they bounce, it's kind of annoying. Okay, good. I like how this is, you know, this is shaping up. Could have used another Contagious Neem. I guess at that point I would be happy to have another Neem over the Call, but we obviously we did not know that we would get so many 4-drops. This will probably be the deck. Seems fine to me. Yeah, 2 Hands of Praetors is amazing. And 2 Corpscur. That's actually great. And Darksteel Axe, which is also super. I mean, it's good in any deck, but in Infect it's especially good because in Infect it's basically +4 +0, pretty much. So that's amazing. I'm just gonna check the number of Infect creatures we have here. Yeah. Carrion Call, Necropede, Mirror, Despair, Ecorat. Yeah, 14 is really a good amount, and we are only playing, well, this is just a good defensive card, that's fine. This can draw, this destroy stuff, same thing here. Yeah, pretty great Infect deck here. I'm very happy. The curve is not the best, obviously, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, looks strong, efficient. Nice. That's a pretty sweet archetype. The Vector Asps are not great, but I'm not sure what I would play. Maybe Instilled Infection is better. I don't want. I mean, I'm lacking 3-drop, but Reaver is just not something you want to be doing. This card is kind of bad though, because on turn 2 you don't want to spend 1 mana to get 1 damage. And 1 infect. You want to cast a 2-drop. So it's kind of clunky. Maybe we should play Infection over that. Yeah, I think Vector Asp is just quite bad. And drawing 2 of them is gonna be awful. So yeah, we'll probably do that. The curve does not look good, but I think the deck is still quite strong. Obviously 2 hands, 2 Corpse Cure is amazing. And yeah, the Icar Claw Mirror is very good too. So that's the deck, Black-Green Infect. A classic archetype, if I may say so. So we have exactly as much green as black. That's, yeah. That being said, I think my black spells, my double black spells are slightly stronger and more important to cast on curve than my double green spells. Like Slice in Twain, I don't really need to cast that on turn 4. Turn 4, I might just want cast Hand or Corpse Cure. Spider is 5-drop, so it's not that important. This is one of my weakest creature. As all of these, especially the rats, I really want to be able to cast them on curve. So it means I will play 1 more swamp than forest, but it's pretty even overall. Okay, sweet deck. I hit the curve, but I still think it's decent. We'll see how it performs. And yeah, a quick update about my uploading schedule. I think yeah, I'll upload this draft and then probably another Scars of Mirrodin draft in 3 or 4 days, because it's a set I like a lot and I think it's pretty fun to play. Then Online Cube will be available for a few weeks before Kaladesh is released. So I will probably be uploading Cube and then Kaladesh, but I think I'm kind of done with Eldritch Moon. I still like the set. I might upload 1, but I played enough of that, so I will mostly upload other things if you'd like, if you are interested in what I'm planning to do. But yeah, first Mirrodin draft, pretty sweet deck. We'll see how it performs. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to drop a like if you did. You can obviously leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, or share the video. All of these are appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you for round 1.